It's no surprise that the world is dominated by the straight white man, and the entertainment industry is no different. It's important for people of all backgrounds to feel accurately represented, and the one show doing this is Six the Musical. So, I've been a fan of the show for about a year now, and I've seen it grow from a small production in the UK to now being a worldwide sensation with six productions opening in less than a year. My artifact today is a microphone because the show is in the style of a pop concert, and so the main prop is a microphone. However, it also represents how the show is giving a voice not only to minorities, but to the fans of the show who can now see themselves in these characters. In my speech, I will be prefacing the creation of Six, how the microphone represents giving a voice to those who need it, how I became a fan of Six, and how this all relates to my life today. So, Six was created by college students Toby Marlowe and Lucy Moss because they were tired of their woman and non binary friends not getting roles in musicals, so they decided to make their own. Basically, the concept of the show is the six wives of Henry VIII are all in a girl group and they're competing to see who will be the leader of the band, the winner being the one who had the worst time with Henry. So these characters are based on current pop stars like Beyonce, Ariana Grande, Adele, Rihanna, and unlike the traditional musical, the show is in the style of a pop concert. So you have handheld mics and them interacting with the audience throughout. And while this helps create a certain ambiance for the show, the microphone also represents women being able to tell their story from their point of view instead of having a man tell it for them. When people learn about Henry VIII, it's always told from his point of view and never the Queen's. So the writers really wanted to make sure it was told from a woman's perspective. This show was created to let women be seen as strong equals who can showcase their differences unapologetically. And while most shows cast based on looks, Six makes sure to cast based on talent. Of their six productions currently running, there are women of all different body types, hairstyles, heights, ethnicities, and that could be applied to just one specific role as well. But the strive and the need for inclusivity doesn't stop there. The creators of the show also realized that theater is still really inaccessible for many, so they created a special encore performance where at the end of the show you're able to film their last number and post it online to share so that people from all over the world can enjoy and feel like they're a part of the concert as well. It was this need for inclusivity that really got me hooked onto the show. While I've been a fan of performing and seeing musicals since I was young, there has never really been a show that stood out to me. Most shows on Broadway are just money makers with shows like My Fair Lady casting all white people to appeal to their wealthy older white audience. Six was different from the beginning. An all female cast with a fun pop style musical got me hooked instantly, and I know I'm not the only one. This show is so popular that it is now the second most streamed musical album on Spotify, right below Hamilton, and they've even created some sing along performances to really capture the concert feel. It's so easy to feel welcomed in a community where inclusivity is the number one priority. So I want to become an actor when I get older, or even now, and I feel like I have a little trouble because I'm a short, skinny Asian guy, so there aren't many roles available for me. Six was the first time I really felt like I could be cast in something that is has a powerful message and is also fun, but also it doesn't have any stereotypes, and I could just be cast for being me, and I don't have to pretend to be anyone. And it's also allowed me to realize that we all have a voice and that we should use it, whether that be to vote, to call out some racism, or just to voice our opinions. We all have a duty to better our society by using our voice. And while many people, while more with more people being aware of these inequalities, we can strive towards a future where people are being accurately and more equally represented. So, in conclusion, and to sum it all up, Six, the musical, not only brings awareness to minorities by casting them and letting them be themselves, but it is also giving a voice to the fans of the show by letting them see themselves in these characters. And through the history of Six, we learned how the microphone represents giving a voice to those who need it, how I became a fan, and what we can all do to make sure that our voices are heard. And with more shows like this, we are on our way to a future where no one will feel like they have to fit a certain mold because everyone will feel accepted the way they are and unapologetically.